Have you ever felt like you've taken a wrong turn in life? Maybe you're looking at your job, your relationships, or just your day-to-day existence and thinking, this isn't where I was supposed to end up. It's a heavy feeling, right? A sense of being lost, of having made a mistake somewhere along the way. But what if I told you that this feeling, this very thought, is based on a misunderstanding? What if, right now, in this exact moment, you are precisely where you are meant to be? It sounds a bit radical, I know. Our culture is built on the idea of constant striving, of reaching for the next best thing. We're taught to set goals, to plan our lives meticulously, and if things don't go according to that plan, we see it as a failure. But the universe doesn't operate on our 5-year plans. It operates on a much grander, more intricate, and often invisible timeline. The spiritual path teaches us to trust this divine timing, to understand that every single experience, no matter how challenging or confusing, is a necessary piece of our soul's journey. Think about it like this. A master weaver is creating a beautiful, complex tapestry. From our perspective, close up, all we can see are tangled threads, strange knots, and patches of color that don't seem to make sense. We might see a dark, messy section and think it's a mistake. But the weaver, from their vantage point, sees the entire picture. They know that this dark thread is essential to make the brighter colors pop, that this knot is what holds a crucial part of the design together. We are those threads, and the universe is the weaver. We can't always see the full design from our limited perspective. So, when you're in a job that feels like a dead end, maybe it's not a mistake. Maybe it's teaching you resilience. Maybe it's showing you what you truly don't want, so you can gain crystal clear clarity on what you do want. Perhaps the people you meet there, even the difficult ones, are there to act as mirrors, reflecting back parts of yourself that need healing or attention. Every frustration is a lesson in patience. Every setback is an opportunity for a comeback, armed with more wisdom than before. The same goes for relationships. A painful breakup can feel like the end of the world. It's a deep, personal sense of loss. But what if that relationship, for all its love and its pain, was a chapter designed to teach you about self-worth? Maybe it was meant to show you your own strength in picking up the pieces. Maybe it prepared you for a future love that is more aligned with who you are becoming. The end of one story is always the beginning of another. The universe doesn't close a door without preparing to open a new, more fitting one. It might not open immediately, but the space is being created. This concept isn't about passivity. It's not an excuse to give up and let life happen to you. It's the exact opposite. It's about active trust. It's about engaging with your present circumstances with full awareness, knowing that there is a purpose to be found right here, right now. Instead of resisting what is, you lean into it. You ask, what is this situation here to teach me? What strength is it asking me to discover within myself? How can I grow from this? This is the shift from a victim mentality to a creator mentality. When we believe we're in the wrong place, we feel powerless, like a victim of circumstance. But when we accept that we are exactly where we need to be, we reclaim our power. We become an active participant in our own evolution. We stop fighting against the current and start learning how to navigate it with skill and grace. Let's try a little thought experiment. Think back to a time in your past that was incredibly difficult. A time you were certain was a disaster. Maybe it was getting fired from a job, failing an important exam, or going through a tough financial period. At that moment, it probably felt like your world was crumbling. Now, look at where you are today. Can you see how that disaster might have been a hidden blessing? Maybe getting fired pushed you to start your own business, which is now thriving. Maybe failing that exam led you to a different career path that you're truly passionate about. Maybe that financial struggle taught you invaluable lessons about budgeting and resourcefulness that serve you every single day. Hindsight is always 20 out of 20, isn't it? The spiritual journey is about learning to have that 20 out of 20 vision in the present moment. It's about cultivating a deep, unshakable faith that even when you can't see the path ahead, you are being guided. This is trust. This is surrender. Not giving up, but giving over. Well, this is about handing your anxieties and your need to control everything over to a higher intelligence. This is where practices like mindfulness and meditation become so powerful. They train us to be present with what is, without judgment. When you sit in meditation, you're not trying to force your thoughts to go away. You're observing them, acknowledging them, and letting them pass. You're practicing acceptance. You're learning to be comfortable in the here and now, even if the here and now feels uncomfortable. This practice seeps into your daily life. You start to observe your life's challenges with that same non-judgmental awareness, which creates the space to find the lesson within them. So, how do we start living this truth? First, let go of the shoulds. I should be married by now. I should have a better job. I should be happier. These shoulds are chains we forge ourselves, binding us to a fictional timeline that was never ours to begin with. Every time you catch yourself thinking a should, gently replace it with, I am where I am, and I'm open to the lessons this moment holds. Second, practice gratitude for the present. Yes, even for the messy, difficult parts. Be grateful for the difficult boss. They are teaching you boundaries. Be grateful for the small apartment. It's teaching you simplicity. Be grateful for your solitude. It's giving you a chance to know yourself deeply. Gratitude shifts your entire energetic frequency from lack to abundance, and you start to see opportunities where you once saw only obstacles. Third, look for the synchronicity. The universe is always sending us little winks and nudges to let us know we're on track. It could be a song on the radio with the exact lyrics you need to hear, a random conversation with a stranger that gives you a breakthrough idea, or seeing the same number sequence over and over. When you start paying attention, you'll realize these aren't just coincidences. They are guideposts. They are confirmations that you are being held and guided, even when you feel lost. Remember, a seed has to be buried in the dark soil before it can grow into a magnificent tree. It has to break apart its own shell in a process that looks like destruction. But it's not destruction. It's transformation. Many of us are in that dark soil phase right now. We feel buried. We feel the pressure, and we feel like we're breaking apart. But this is not the end. This is the beginning. This is the fertile ground where our roots are growing deeper, anchoring us and preparing us for the incredible growth that is to come. Nothing is wrong. You haven't made a mistake. Your life isn't off course. You are simply in a specific, necessary phase of your soul's curriculum. You are learning the exact lessons you need to learn to become the person you were born to be. The challenges you face are not punishments. They are assignments. Your pain is not a sign of failure. It is a signal of impending growth. So take a deep breath, release the pressure you've been putting on yourself. Look around at your life exactly as it is today and whisper to yourself, I am exactly where I am meant to be. Feel the truth of that in your bones. Let that acceptance wash over you, and from that place of peace, ask, what is my next right step? Not the 5-year plan, just the next single, small, inspired step. That's all you ever need to know. Trust the journey, trust the timing, and most of all, trust yourself. You've got this, because you are being guided every step of the way. Thank you for sharing this time with me. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more journeys into the heart of what it means to be truly alive. Take care.